battle spirit, I'm just hitting combinations. Competition ain't in my division, looking like some light work. My Draco.
Hey, we back and we live. How y'all feeling today?
Good.
Feeling good. Feeling great.
Feeling okay. Tired. Always.
Yeah.
Tired is real.
I mean, Mikey should be tired. You should be packing up all those goddamn Funko Pops, getting ready to move. Got it. Funko Pops are not they're not moving. So anybody seen Deadpool versus Wolverine?
I have not.
No.
I have not either. So we're going to start the show off before we do introductions and let our audience know. We will kick you the fuck off. Like, we don't want any spoilers. None of us have seen it. We will not be bringing it up. It will not be a topic that we talk about. Give us about a week or two. Make sure like enough people have seen it. Like, I'm not one of those people that like to talk about spoilers. I am so far up to date on like maybe one manga and anime that I'm not like up to date on. But I don't appreciate spoilers. I don't appreciate people who do it. Just we're gonna let it go. We're gonna start these introductions off with the nigga who doesn't shut the fuck up. Me.
Oh.
I am the Hood Watcher today. I am here to see over this episode of What If. As you can see, I got my boy, T'Challa, my favorite version of Star-Lord, because otherwise that nigga's a hoe. I'll never forget Peter Quill for what the fuck he did. Not even close. Still hate the actor too. That nigga's a hoe too. Just fuck Chris Pratt, fuck Star-Lord, fuck the whole 9 yards. But when T'Challa did it, that boy became cool. You know what the fuck Star-Lord did. Anyway, I am Maul. You can find me on Instagram at BlerdxTrapHouse, Facebook UNAB. Here, you can find me telling you why the fuck I hate Star-Lord. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, bad guy, since you want to find out what he did so bad?
What's going on, people? I'm Fluke the Villain. I usually go with your boy Fluke, but I don't do that unless I'm streaming, and I haven't streamed in a while because I have to pack up all this stuff. Not these. These aren't mine to pack up. Maybe like 7, but that's it. Everything else is I'm not packing that up. I will, I guess, tell you where you find me after the show, but I want to know what happened. What did Star-Lord do? I need to know. I mean, you can tell me after everybody's doing their intro, but that's it. That's me. I'm Fluke the Villain. That's it. Like,
I mean, if we want to, give people time to come in, I'll tell you afterwards. I can tell you right now exactly what the fuck Star-Lord did. Star-Lord did not follow the motherfucking plan. All right. If he would have followed through with the plan when they had him, if he would have calmed down for 2 fucking seconds, none of that would have ended that way with Thanos. He had him. They had this motherfucker dead to rights. Whole thing didn't have to go down that way. This motherfucker failed to follow through with the plan. But you know who does follow through with the plan and who we all love? We love Jay Will. Tell the people about yourself.
I don't know about following through with the plan, but people do tend to love me. Love Jay Will.
Clutchest nigga in the game.
I have been called that in many circles. Clutchest nigga in the game, apparently. But I'm here. Talk about this anime. I just saw one that I feel like would be really interesting. You look at it from a different angle, but we get into that in a minute.
We'll get into it. And last, but never, ever least, our very own Jasmine. Please tell the people who you are.
Princess Mononoke in these streets. Jasmine, for the people who know me personally. What's good, y'all? Happy to be here. Yeah, I'm just here to get some laughs in, enjoy some company here in this dirty ass trap house. Happy to be here.
But we love it here in this dirty ass trap house as
It's
we
so
talk about
cozy.
just so cozy. All the what ifs in life. So like recently I was coming across something and like we all know the what if about like, Tupac being the guy the baby boy was wrote for, right? Like, however, did you know that in the 1999 Phantom Menace, George Lucas wanted Tupac to audition for the same role that Sam Jackson went on to make famous and was arguably the strongest human Jedi up until Luke Skywalker. Like he was literally, if your lightsaber changes based off of your crystal, he's the only one with a purple lightsaber. George Lucas wanted Tupac to audition. Now, had Tupac's life not tragically been cut short, what if we had someone else to be our generation's like first Black Jedi?
So
Because that's essentially what Sam
what
Jackson
color would
was.
Tupac's lightsaber be? Because I thought the purple was Samuel Jackson's idea.
Yeah,
So
he did want the purple, and he asked if he could have the purple lightsaber.
it absolutely was his idea.
It was originally supposed to just be, I think, a green one, like Yoda's.
I don't know if Tupac takes a green or a blue a blue lightsaber.
Yeah, I feel like Tupac would have definitely been like petitioning for like a cooler color lightsaber. But like because Sam Jackson is who he is, like of course you gonna be the only motherfucker to get a purple lightsaber. Like, but it still signified that like, there was a what if, and there is a scenario or was a scenario where we got a different Mace Windu. Now, how much different would that have been if one of the biggest rappers of all time joined up on Star Wars? We see how big it is with Megan Thee Stallion coming into anime. We see how big it was with Michael B. Jordan saying, "Yo, I love Naruto." Now I can find Naruto underwear for my child in Target. That wasn't an option before he said that. I'm not saying that that's necessarily like the goal, but because it's being marketed and mass produced, because celebrities say, "Yo, I love this too," how much different would a Star Wars community be? Because it's toxic as fuck. Like as a Star Wars fan, let me tell you, I am a fan of all the toxic things. I'm not the biggest hater of LeBron like my wife think I am. I'm not the biggest hater of Steph Curry like my wife think I am. I am a One Piece fan. I occasionally watch and love Green Lantern and DC Comics. Like I be in some toxic ass fan bases. Pokemon is a very toxic ass fan base. Like nigga, it get real sometimes. You be ready to pull the brick out. It ain't no running. So I know toxicity, but how much differently would that have been if the hood rallied? Because Tupac is really like, you love to think that he's a nigga from New York, but he's really just a nigga from Baltimore. Would that be different in y'all opinion?
A little bit.
It definitely probably would have had more crossover potential into certain groups of people. Because obviously we know how it is being Black folks. They see certain things as lame, sci-fi being one of those, niggas running around with lightsabers, so on and so forth. So I think seeing somebody of his caliber would have definitely changed their perspective. It would have been interesting to see him in that role. I don't know if he would have had the same lasting power as Samuel Jackson. But
Probably not.
the crossover would have been there for sure. I think so.
Absolutely. And honestly, I think because they were trying to restart and bring back like the magic that like because everybody's parents were like, yeah, Star Wars is this big thing. Like it was like their generation of Marvel where they went to see it in like the drive-in theater. Like I feel like everybody has that same story. Like I went to go see Star Wars in the drive-in theater back in the day and da da da. But then it's either you loved it as an adult and you still loved it and wanted to stick with it, or you seen it and it just was like, everybody's seen the Avengers these days. But if Tupac were in it and you seen it then, you're taking your child to see it now. And now it's like, oh, this is a bonding moment. Because I remember being excited when like Darth Maul pulled out that like double lightsaber. I'm like, oh shit. I ain't never seen one of those. And, obviously I made my mom go take me to see it. And I still am a fan to this day. But there's so many other things, and like being able to recognize your favorite character or like your favorite rap artist in something would have been like, oh shit, like that's Tupac. So, that's why we have this episode of What If, because what if? So what are some of y'all favorite what if moments in all of media?
Well, I said one a minute ago. That was what if Ash didn't oversleep on the first day of his journey? And, if you've read the manga, he's supposed to picked Squirtle and Gary picked Bulbasaur. But what happens to the legendary Pikachu?
That's a good question.
Damn.
The Pikachu
Ash had a Squirtle.
Gods died and come back to life. Eventually talk. What happens to the legendary Pikachu? A lot of that is bonding between Ash and Pikachu. So a lot of that is bonding.
But you see Pikachu evolve from a Pikachu all the way up to a Pikachu. Like, you got to remember that took a lot. Like, because there's some Pikachus, and you've seen older versions of Pokemon that just don't evolve. Damn. And Pikachu chose not to evolve into a Raichu. Ash kept that stone.
It's still in his bag just in case Pikachu changes his mind.
I believe it is. But I also believe another trainer might not give Pikachu an option.
I definitely would. I mean, yeah.
Shit.
No, Pikachu,
For the
I need
statue?
to evolve. Bop.
I'm not asking you a question. Get in the Pokeball. Here's the Thunderstone.
We've seen trainers who have like very harsh training methods. We watched that nigga throw his Sandshrew back in the pool.
All I'm saying is that if you were a Pokemon trainer, you wouldn't be as nice as you think you are. Like, I am a very like I patched so many Pokemon eggs looking for a shiny. Nigga, your stats suck. You gone.
But I mean, you're letting it go. It's not like you feed it to your other Pokemon.
No, but I'd also let it get his ass whooped and not heal it before it can go. Like, I'm like, I don't care about this Pokemon.
You're just gonna flood this river full of Feebas because you're looking for.
Because I'm looking for the shiny one.
The amount
on the spot, these guys gotta go.
Oh, and then what do you do with all the Pokemon that you're breeding? You are definitely overpopulating the area.
You're overpopulating the environment. You're making it worse. Yes.
I was not only that Ditto was getting clapped, dog. Like,
Ditto's fine.
That Ditto was done. It is overworked.
Whatever I want it to be. I don't care what it says. It's
Ditto asked for it. You never asked Ditto to do that. Ditto made the choice.
I don't care what Ditto
did not ask to be caught and listen. Because it's a foreign Ditto too. So that Ditto don't even speak English.
All I did was put it in the daycare. I didn't say Ditto, use hump. I put it in the daycare and it did what it chose to do. So
hey, that Ditto is super effective.
And then you want to do everybody. That's a Ditto choice.
Listen, people will stop taking the honey pack. They're going to take the Ditto pack.
Man, that silver powder go crazy.
Ooh, the marketing tactic for that would be cold. Take this and watch it transform. Wow.
Hey, listen. If I could sell the Ditto pack, I'd be sitting there like this. Like, I'm never moving again, dog. bring your flute, bring everything. I'm sitting in the route. Just, I'm done.
Shit.
Wow.
But yeah, nah, that's a solid what if. Like, because it's always the people that are like, so what if Itachi wasn't sick? What if? Like, Itachi still was never gonna he wasn't gonna ever kill Sasuke. I mean, Itachi needed to be dead, or otherwise the war would have never ended. Because he was the only one that was actually able to find Kabuto and to surmise what was happening. If Itachi was alive, he'd be on the front lines and he'd never be able to get back to Kabuto. So the nigga who was running shit from the sideline would have never actually been caught. Because everybody would have had to deal with Madara up front.
They actually did a filler where he was still alive. It wasn't that he wasn't really sick. I think he got sick. Well, I guess he got sick later, but it still ended the same way because ninjas hate ninjas in that world. Everybody hates somebody, and if it wasn't Obito that Madara had to get his plan through, he would have just chose another, which was in his plans.
Yeah.
Just planned to use somebody else. It just said, "Oh shit, look at this half-crushed idiot that's in my door. So I can do whatever I want. I can mold this kid. He will do whatever I want him to do. This dumbass. Look at him. He's only got half a brain. He's only gonna listen to me anyway." Which he only had, it's kind of either way. Yeah, if it wasn't Itachi, it could have been anybody, and he could have just.
It would have been anybody.
Could have been Naruto if he was smarter. That's me. That's my what if. My what if is
I definitely seen somebody do a clip of the scene where that first scene in like Shippuden, where they're standing outside the cavern and Sasuke's on top of the thing and he got the outfit with the big purple bow on the back of it, and they had that moment where he stepped down and put his arm around Naruto, but it's Naruto with the red cloak, with the red like a two tails cloak, and he flashed down and he got his arm around Sasuke, and his nine tails cloak arms come up and trap everybody. It's a good looking. I'm gonna have to. I'll find it and send it.
That's a solid one because I'm like, damn, now I want to see that. But like, that's why I always ask. Like, everybody always says, "Well, what if Sasuke? What if this? What if when Itachi came to first knock on Naruto's door, they weren't there to play games. They showed up in numbers. The whole Akatsuki pulled up, and they were all waiting outside, and they jumped Jiraiya. You already know what happened when it's 106 with Jiraiya. Like, if you show up early on, you snatch Naruto, you no longer have to fight for the strongest one. Like, Gar got overpowered easily. No one was coming to help Gar. You could have still done the same thing with Gar and hunted down the rest of the tail beast easily. The only one that would have given you issue was Killer B. And by that point, you wouldn't have unified all the nations to have Killer B under your control.
I'll raise you. That's cap. Gaara would not have gone easy at all. Because he was protecting the whole entire city rather than fighting the guys. Rather than fighting Deidara and Toby.
Right. The 12-year-old Gaara would have gone easier. 12-year-old Gaara versus the whole Akatsuki. What you gonna do, my boy?
He would
their issue was that they were splitting up. Their issue was never that all of them were not a force to be reckoned with.
Well, I believe he would have killed him.
When Pain showed up, Pain's greatest weapon wasn't Pain as a whole. It was Nagato controlling all the Pains and being able to use so many of them. So when you're having to fight 6 niggas that can do different things, there's no way you're not going to lose to that. And then if Pain is that much of an issue, then you add on everybody else. You throw in Kisame, who's damn near Jinchuriki himself. You add in Itachi, who can damn near solo any nation himself. You add in all of these people, and then you're throwing on shit that's unnecessary. So now you have all of these members and they show up. Madara waited too long. If Madara did this before Naruto had a chance to actually evolve into who he was, nigga, your plan would have gone so much smoother. You gave them a chance to power up. Like, if Madara never did that and he showed up sooner, plan's over. You win. Like, and you've seen that in the filler where it's shown so many times that like he could win easily.
I mean, but
So-
that's what happened. Ego got in the way. He thought he had plenty of time. He never suspected that those kids would become that strong. He never expected anybody to be able to stand up to him. It was all ego. But when you're a racist asshole, it's very easy to have clouded judgment. So it's not surprising that his ego and his attitude was his own demise. Cocky as shit. I mean, for good reason, obviously, but cocky as shit to his detriment.
I mean, if you could drop a meteor,
I mean, yeah.
how would you feel?
I can't drop a meteor and I already think I'm that bitch. If I could, you're telling me nothing at all.
That motherfucker dropped a meteor. They stop it, and he looks at them and goes, "What will you do about the second one?" Nigga, there was a second one? Like,
oh, you pray that Zoro is lost enough to be around. That's what you do.
dog,
That's not what you can do.
because I couldn't imagine being one of the random like ninjas, and like you aren't a main ninja. You just been here. You a dude from the Cloud Village. You got called up, and they like, yo, we running hands. I bet who we running hands with? Some old niggas. All right, they can't see me. And then this nigga drops a fucking meteor in front of your face, and you like, the fuck am I supposed to do against that?
You see the look in their face when they see the first meteor drop. They're like, wow, he actually dropped an entire space rock. What do I do here? Why am I here? I don't even have a name. I'm just side character 573. Like, these aren't my people. Like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Hey, Reva. We still jealous that y'all at DreamCon, but it's hot as shit. So I'm not even that mad.
Yeah, I'm in my cool basement.
Yeah, I got some.
It's AC here, big dog. Like, it's AC. It's drinks. It's real cozy here. But like, yo, if Madara's dropping fucking meteors, what the fuck do you do? Because at that point, you got to be like, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm still just me. Like,
sorry.
My specialty is something completely different. I understand that. I mean, I don't.
I had to go back and watch the scene, and you see the horror in their faces.
Yes, they're like, wow, this dude dropped an entire space rock. Why are we here?
Motherfucker.
They stopped the first one, and they're like, yeah, bitch, yeah.
We did.
Hey, we did that Ninja Alliance. We in this bitch.
And then he's like,
what will you do about the second one?
Literally all of them.
Oh, fuck.
There's another one? You mean that wasn't the only one?
Oh, my God. It's terrible.
Dog. Because at that point, it's just like, I guess I'm gonna die, my nigga. Like, what are you expecting from me? What do you think I'm going to do?
I mean, but when you're a ninja, do you expect to live past 23?
Yes. The third Hokage was an old dude. The fourth?
Fuck no.
The strongest ninja in our village. That makes sense.
You got to remember, the second and third Ninja Wars happened consecutively. These niggas went from one war to another war.
Tired.
Damn. What if Iron Man didn't die in Endgame? What other Avenger would you rather see take the L?
We'll need you to answer. We already.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be Hawkeye, right? Like, he was the guy that like was brainwashed. He comes back. You have no powers. and like your whole story arc ended at the end of Endgame. You became Ronin. You want to make the big sacrifice. Like it's Hawkeye.
No, it's not Hawkeye. It's Captain America.
Captain America.
Hawkeye had a wife and kids. Captain America has long outlived his lifespan. He's old enough.
And he's selfish.
What the fuck did Steve do to you? What did Steve do?
What did
He ain't do shit. Soldier fought for the country. I have nothing against soldiers fighting for the country, but he ain't come back and do nothing for black people.
He just black man the shield.
He didn't give.
Was that not doing something for black people? The black man not get the shield.
Man can't share the same water fountain with him. So what do you think?
I'm not saying it. That's what
do about that.
He gave that man a job. He gave that man stress.
Listen, he could have gave the shield to a white man, and he seen that they were trying to take all the black jobs, and he gave it to the black man. He gave him the DEI hire.
Giving it to Bucky. If they both got frozen and ended up at the same time and everything happened, he would have given it to Bucky. Damn. I kind of like it. Never mind.
Right.
That's crazy.
Wait.
Yeah.
Apple pie eating that.
Cap gotta go.
For sure.
Only cap we support is Crunch.
Wow. First of all, I'm wearing Captain Crunch socks, so like I'm definitely supporting Captain Crunch right now.
You already on.
I'm already on board for support. However, oh Captain, my Captain, nigga, like.
I'm sorry.
Shit,
Captain, we support Captain Nemo. Only for League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
No, listen. I am a Captain America fan. I'm
sorry,
my boy.
Man's gotta go.
Damn.
Planet is the only hero.
That's my hero.
I wonder if Don Cheadle ever looks back on that.
Yes. I think there was an interview with him. He's like,
Three.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, right.
Hey Giselle, we fine. Thank you for coming out. If y'all are ever free on a Friday, you should check out Nymphs of Lore, where Giselle and Jasmine LaFleur do Nymphs of Lore. Right before trivia on Fridays. So, change of subject. One Piece. We are all fans. We have all heard that Oda wanted to end it early. Now, Oda originally said 5 years. Now, even in the original context, that makes sense because where he was going, where he was, and how it was headed right after Alabasta, between Alabasta and Skypiea. Like, it really seemed like it was lining up. So, all right, we're going to head to Skypiea. We're going to round this out. You might get one more arc after this, and then that's it. Where would Shonen Jump be? One of the big three that held it up right after the boom of everything else that happened with Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Yu Yu Hakusho, all the Fist of the North Star, everything with Akira, everything else. If it ended in that 5-year space, where would we be as anime fans?
I think it would be a war for the #1 spot. One Piece, if One Piece is consistently there, always. But if that one spot, that's usually the #1 spot, is always up for grabs, it becomes a war for who can get that top spot. The #2 isn't the #2.
So who would you say takes that #1 spot? Because consistently, I would only be able to put Naruto there. Naruto and One Piece competed for a very long time for that #1 spot. And if you go off of numbers and longevity, the only thing that could have been there was Naruto. However, would Naruto still have the same, like, backing if he wasn't competing every week with One Piece, knowing that like Bleach was doing its thing, but it also took longer to get out as an anime.
Wasn't it Inuyasha that was right up under them around that time?
It was Hunter x Hunter.
That's what it was.
Yeah, but I listen. You know how I feel about Hunter x Hunter. You know how I feel about Togashi. Togashi, that's my boy, but he is notorious for taking these long ass breaks and not coming back. Like he's even given us endings that could possibly be it for Hunter x Hunter because he has not come back to be able to complete it.
He's sick. Let the man.
That's what I'm saying. So
I feel
where
like
would we be if One Piece ended and it was no longer able to hold it up?
I mean,
I think you should go ahead and let his wife do the thing while he alive, so he can see it at least.
I mean, so listen, for the people who don't know who Togashi's wife is, Togashi's wife has given us some of the greatest anime of all time. Probably one of the most iconic animes of all time. I am not the biggest fan. However, I can't even say, yo, it has its supporters. It has one of the biggest fan bases of all time as far as anime goes. Like, you can't even be like, yo, this is that. When you talk about people who could beat Goku, you could literally say, Usagi give him a run for his money and not be lying. Sailor Moon was created by Togashi's wife, and that's crazy to think, yo, the person who made Sailor Moon and the person who made Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter are married. Two people. Three great franchises.
It is a lot of paper. It is a lot of paper and pencils going through in that house.
Dog.
It's
that is a lot.
Razor shavings everywhere.
Like, you think you have creative conversations with your friends and your wife. Like, they're actually out here shaping how so many of us, like, yo, you can't go to a con without seeing a Sailor Moon cosplay. It's almost undeniable. Like, you see, yeah, you see like Usagi everywhere. Like, Sailor Moon and Sailor Scouts are a thing because of her. Like, I never would have thought that you'd see so many, but every time you go to a con, it's always something different. It's always at a Megan Thee Stallion concert where she encourages people to dress as Sailor Moon and come out. Like, come in your cosplay, come dressed up, come looking great. And they always do. Shit, she did her whole video, like the whole TikTok dance in her cosplay. But where would we be if One Piece was like, all right, bro, I'm done? What if Oda said, yo, all right, y'all got this. Like, I'm out. Will we still be like as respected?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because it's not like there weren't other great series around that time. I mean, One Piece is a monster. It is a spectacle. It is fantastic. However, we can't pretend
a license to print money.
But it's not like there were not other great mangas going on at the same time. Somebody else, like Jay Will said, they would have just slipped into that spot. There were other things gunning for that spot. It just happened to be that Oda got the sauce. He just does. But there were other great series around that time. Hunter x Hunter being one of them. And then Rurouni Kenshin. I have no idea.
Oh yeah.
But yes, there was some shit. There was some amazing shit at the exact same time. So I mean, it would have just been something else.
I'm not a
right. Like, and that's why we have the rise of the big three, because that's when so many great animes and so many great mangas were being made and produced. That's when Yu-Gi-Oh went into serialization, and like, people don't realize this, but like, Yu-Gi-Oh was not the manga and anime it turned out to be. Like, at first it was more like focused on different games, and then they said, hey, what's that one unique card game that you made for the issue? Can you expand on that? And they just started running with it. Like, a lot of animes and mangas went through a different change in times like that. And I agree that like something else would have taken its spot. For me, I can't see what would have taken over because One Piece is like such a staple in that community of like anime, manga, just in general comics. It's literally the number one selling comic in all the world. It outsold Batman and Superman comics, which no one ever thought it would. Like Superman also has over 1,000 issues. One Piece has over 1,000 issues. One of them just sells better, and like that's crazy to think that a pirate anime, a pirate manga, like is doing just gangbusters numbers, but we're still like, I ain't gonna bust nobody out, but we still read it weekly. And like it's a great weekly read. It's a great weekly ride. I just can't think of anything else that like I would have wrote for this hard. Uh I think in terms of like when you what if things like what if Tim Burton never worked with Johnny Depp? Like where would we be? Those are some of my favorite like Tim Burton classics.
Then I would never have to go through the pain of knowing that he wouldn't put niggas in his movies. And I wouldn't feel guilty for him having made some of my favorite movies of my lifetime. That son of a
Dog,
bitch.
some of my favorites. Because
I'm
I
sorry.
think to myself as we prepare for BlerdCon, I know it's a year out, and like we talk about what our panel's gonna be, like some of our favorite Tim Burtons and our moments and like things that we do. But what if Jack Skellington didn't go over into the Christmas world? What if he chose a different holiday? Like would that movie had still been great? Like would you still watch a movie if he wasn't trying to take over a different holiday? What if he was trying to take over Easter?
Not
Kind
as
of
excited.
Who gives a damn about Easter?
like he
I
took
think
over.
the only other holiday that might have really caught his eye would have been either New Year's Eve or
Oh, that would
Valentine's
have
Day.
been fire. Yo, that'd
I
be
don't.
fire if he was dressed up as a Cupid and just running around shooting niggas all day. Like,
I don't.
feel the
Mm-mm.
same level of intensity and scary.
It wouldn't have the same impact. Because part of the reason that it was so scary that he was stealing Christmas is because you have to think about how it impacts children. You're going to completely lose out on that opportunity. All your fun, fuzzy toys being replaced with scary things. It was that melding of those two vastly different holidays that made it so impactful. It had to be Christmas. It couldn't be anything else. I don't even think there's another holiday that comes close to really affecting children in particular.
I
There's
don't know.
Definitely.
Steven said Thanksgiving. Like, if a bony dude showed up on Thanksgiving, taking away my turkey, I'm scared. I'm
he
sad. I'm
wouldn't take it away.
angry.
Give you a turkey, but it would be a fucked up turkey. Which I guess that would be fucked up. I would be
Yeah.
like,
Now I'm asking, what's this? And he's not singing, what's this? It's
I
me.
don't think Thanksgiving catches Jack's attention. Christmas, it's easy to see the appeal of Christmas.
well,
It's
so
the
is
lights,
Thanksgiving,
it's
right?
bright, it's sing, it's song, it's dance, it's celebration, it's a party.
And
I don't
It
think
is a party.
anything else catches Jack's attention and says, "Ooh, I want to do this. Ooh, I want to sit at this table and have a feast." I do that already. That's not really anything special here.
also,
I mean,
Thanksgiving doesn't make you the center of attention like being Santa Claus does. He needed to be the
True.
center of attention. There's no other holiday that gives you that. Unless
That's
he
true.
does Easter and becomes Jesus himself, I have no idea what else he would do.
I mean, so what you're saying is Jack is a narcissist with like mental issues?
Yes.
Because that's
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, I am.
It is, man.
I
like
love
that's what I'm hearing from this. Like I didn't hear a word where it was just like, yeah, he did this or listen.
Like,
I don't think my boy
I
was
love
that
him.
bad. I think he was just a
I
little
love him.
curious.
I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love them. It's one of my favorite movies. I don't have a lot of movies that I watch like annually, but Nightmare Before Christmas is definitely on the list. But my man's was wrong. My man's was real wrong. He was real. He was wrong. He was real messed up.
He shouldn't have did it.
My boss said, bring him to me alive. They brought him to him in a tub.
Listen, just because you put out a hit for a nigga don't mean it's always gonna happen. Like I can tell you, yo,
he sent
bring me
3 children.
motherfucker.
Child mercenary.
He sent 3 kids. You think shit happens when you send 3 kids? I had 3 kids. I send these niggas outside, tell them to come back clean. You think I can trust that?
Do you think they will murder people? Do you have to warn them not to murder people?
I mean, they live in the hood. Nah, I'm just...
What do you mean?
I don't have to warn them not to murder people, but like, I love my baby, but he's a little violent. He threatened a white woman once while we were in the store. I don't know if I told y'all this story, but like, she walked up on him and she's like, "Oh, you're cute. What's your name?" He's like, "My name's Ryan. My name's not cute." And this is my fist. And I'm like, "Oh no, Ryan, put your fist down, baby."
No, but he's right though. But he's right there.
And the old lady was just like, "Oh, look, he's like, oh." So yes, I do have to, pre-warn my children and preface things that my children say. And I even have to tell my people sometimes, like, even if he just woke up from a nap, he's just a little tired, he's a little sleepy. Like, don't mind him. He's okay. Because yes.
And I understand you maintaining some control over your child. But he warned them not to kill Santa Claus specifically as they walked away singing a song about how they would capture and torture Santa Claus.
Kidnap the Santa Claus.
They were going to torture the hell out of him.
Sandy Claus.
Yeah, I mean, when you come from the trenches and you send niggas from the trenches to do some trenches shit, what do you expect them to do?
They are children.
Children from the hood. Children from the trenches. Children from the scariest part of all of holidays.
Man, who else got another what if?
You can't blame them for being violent. See the size of the roaches in their house? Do y'all not remember that the roaches were the same size as the children down there? I would also be tempted to do a little bit of murder, just a little bit, not a lot. But
I guess maybe.
Look, those poor babies.
Oh, look, somebody came from New York to say you're. Who also should be packing up those hundreds of Funko Pops behind Mikey. But we're going to let that slide. Thanks for being here. Asia also has a show on the network right after us. They're following us with their Black Girl Confidential After Dark special. So if anybody watching is available after this, just go ahead and tune in. They're going to be playing some what ifs afterwards. Should be fun. I might make an appearance. Like, it seemed fun. She said something about like, what if the Hulk was giving you back shots, or like Venom was, it was wild. They going like, I think it was like hand from Venom or back shot from Hulk.
Eyes of shame.
Venom could get it, boy. I'm telling you.
So you said that Venom can get it?
No.
That's a lot of hentai. I get it. No, I get you. Game, respect, game.
Don't even get me started. I got to think about Venom.
Well, I didn't know we were crossing over into your kinks right now.
We're not. We about to pivot and go back to the top.
We will slide over and ask a question.
Crazy, I get it. It's that black ooze.
So I was watching something on TikTok, right? And I had seen this because once a year we watch a couple movies. And one of our movies that we watch, because I'm a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, my wife is a fan of Home Alone. So we've had to actually like sit through, watch it this year and see it for ourselves. Kevin's dad never actually picked up Kevin's ticket. He threw it away. Like, yeah, it's a blink and you miss it moment, but it was on the table. He threw it away when they were cleaning up. So they threw away Kevin's ticket. Now, what if Kevin gets all the way there to the airport just to find out that not only did they let Kevin down once by counting him, but twice by not even having a ticket for him?
I mean, can they buy another ticket?
No.
Depends.
Don't they have he's a really big family, right? Like they like all went. Right?
They showed up right on time to get on the plane. They did not show up with like 20, 30 minutes to spare, because buying a ticket for an airline is not about to be, all right, well, I can replace this ticket. No, I need to replace this ticket and also make sure that my child is sitting close enough to the rest of us, because you don't know how much space is on that plane. They never actually showed you beyond the McAllisters packing on, because it was like 13 of them motherfuckers. But
I mean,
you know how it is when you buy a ticket.
Can him being in 32B be any worse than him being a whole country away with two grown-ass men trying to murder him in his home?
Those are my homies.
I don't think it really
compares. Hey, you leave the wet bandits out of this, all right?
Yeah, they're my homies.
The wet bandits with the wet bandits.
They know what's up. They're my homies.
I mean, it definitely felt like they wanted to leave him, though. I'm not going to hold you. Because, like,
yeah,
you had someone else count. You did not count. You didn't check. Like, you're a parent. You're a mom. Even if your kid get on your nerves, you would still verify and talk to your kid at some point, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If I have children that I have to keep counts, that's already a problem in my life, and I should probably slow down a little bit, because if we have to do a count before we leave, we've gone too far. I only have to hold one hand.
I hold 3 sets of hands, and not even the fun one. It's the little one. Wow. Dog. But yes, as the resident parent on the show, you would make sure that like your child was there, right?
Yeah.
But what if he got there? Because they didn't leave Kevin once. They left this nigga twice.
They didn't
like,
so at no point did you feel like my little complaint? Where's the little complainer? The little complainer ain't complaining. That ain't something off. It's quiet. Why is it quiet?
Yeah. Like,
now that you mention it, you the one that's always bitching. It's too enjoyable right now. Where is that one?
It's too quiet. I need to check back and make sure you still there. Like, I need to make sure, like, I can still visibly tell.
You were even
be like, where's the little motherfucker?
They didn't really care about him, man. They definitely did not.
So here's a what if. What if that old man wasn't there to help Kevin? What would they have done to him?
Oh, sorry, that's not even a what if.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
the old man wasn't there, he'd be in some deep shit.
Oh, okay. You were bold enough to say it the second time.
I think I know what you were. I think I know what you heard, and no, he just really would not have a good time. I understand. I get it. Nah. He just wouldn't have a good time.
Poor Kevin, because there's people like Mikey in the world that make him unsafe.
That's fair. You know what? No, it's true. Obviously, watch your kid.
Like you.
Watch your kid is what I'm telling. I'm saying, look, make sure your kids are good, because if not, there are people that are worse than me out there.
What do you mean there are people worse than you? I let you hang around with my kids all the time. Your Uncle Mikey to my children.
Yes. And
and he will punch one of your children out.
Like, what are we talking about here?
I'm just saying.
Kids ask you to play Smash Bros with them. I mean, granted, they get their ass whooped.
I would have made them drop the game and never pick it back up again. I just want to say that I wouldn't have.
See, what if your Uncle Mikey?
I'm
the real
I'm
what if.
glad that they call me Uncle Mikey. Don't tell me to play Smash with you. I'll make you drop the game faster than, well, his dad dropped the ticket.
Wow.
It's a lesson they gotta learn. Like in Mario Kart, they want to race in Mario Kart.
So listen, speaking of Mario, here's my last what if. You ready?
Maybe.
So, Super Mario 2 is not a real game. It is the reimagination of Mario for Mario 1. Yeah, that's the dramatic tale of Mario retelling what happened and what all he did in the first one. That's why his brother's there, because now as he tells his story, it's gotten bigger and crazier. That's why Super Mario 2 feels like Super Mario 1, just with Mario telling a crazier story.
Because he's high on shrooms.
Because he's high as shit.
Those shrooms be hidden, I guess.
Shrooms, poisonous.
Hey, Mario's not actually growing. These are just shrooms, and he's having an adverse effect.
No, he's having a good effect. It's great. And
yeah, he's thinking he's growing. He's thinking he's shrinking. He can jump.
He can fly.
So what if Mario gets there?
Yeah. Getting high and busting his head through bricks. What was he on?
Busting his ass. What if Mario shows up? He's done killing all the toads because, yes, the toads got turned into coins, and Mario has to take them out by breaking the bricks to find them, to free them, and then you get enough of them and you get a 1-up. You have taken out enough people to get a 1 more life. Now, this 1 more life doesn't work. You get to the palace, you try to find Princess Peach. In multiple games, she's not there. What if Mario gets to the palace and Bowser wins? What if Mario finally gets there and Peach is like, nah, bro, I'm good? Do we still get Super Mario 2?
I'll raise you one. What if, like we're all thinking, she's never been kidnapped?
Are we?
I was going there without ever saying it.
No, I will say it because I won't say
that. I was sure that was a thing. I think that's a thing.
Peach is for the streets. I'll say it. Peach is for the streets.
All I'm saying is that he had a bunch of Bowser Jr. that appeared, and Bowsette is not a real character. That is a fictional internet meme that we have run with. Sorry, T. I love your Bowsette. I loved all the Bowsettes that showed up the BlerdCon, but that's a meme. And this nigga got kids. Like, canonically, 2 people that we can't account for has children canonically. Bowser and Goofy.
Yeah. He's got 8.
You can't account for where their kids came from, but you can account for the fact that they happen.
No, they have a mother. They just think it's Peach. It's not. Oh, it could be. It could be Peach.
Rosalina has a mother who we also think is Peach.
Is that the lore?
I don't think.
Have you never played the game?
That don't sound like
the lore says that her mom was a princess and that she came from a faraway land. No one's ever said where Peach came from. Peach is just the princess of the kingdom. She doesn't look like them. She's bigger than them. And even when the toads transform, only the Toadette can transform into Peach. And that's a new transformation. Rosalina's from the future. She doesn't look like Peach. Daisy's a whole different woman. Everybody else is wholly different. And Peach is the tallest person in her whole kingdom. All the toadstools are men, except for the Toadettes.
That's interesting.
Are you?
I'm not familiar with
Snuggles is a huge Mario fan, so I'm in depth on all the lore. So, what if Peach really never was kidnapped?
I don't think she was.
She wasn't kidnapped. I'm telling
I
you.
feel like you've gotten kidnapped too many times for this to be a thing, especially for Mario to not be from your world, or the Mario lore is always super confusing to me because like they're Mario brothers and Mario's the older brother, but you see them canonically as babies together, and the one where Yoshi goes to save them as babies.
They're Irish twins.
Irish?
Yeah.
Italian.
But
But
Irish twins.
I mean,
Close in age. Same age. Close in age.
yeah, one just older than the other.
Yeah, one's older than the other.
One is always born.
One is older than the other.
Technically, their mother could have got pregnant and then got pregnant with Luigi later, and Mario was born first. It's possible. It's medically possible.
Yeah.
right, but they were shown together as babies together, kidnapped at the same time.
That it could be possible for them to be babies at the same time and be
Yeah.
different ages.
Newborns?
Twin. That's how twins work.
I mean, I'm just,
One.
but they never explain them as twins.
Yep.
They just. So
If
you're a
you
twin, right?
You're a twin.
Mhm.
No.
How mad are you if your twin's name is your last name? Like you're Mario and Mario Luigi, because Mario is their last name.
Yeah.
Or your name's Luigi Mario and Mario.
Because you can't name
I feel like
your
if
other
I'm
son
Luigi
Mario.
Mario, I feel like I got off better than having my name be Mario. So I'll take that win.
I feel like the
That's
fact
why his catchphrase is "It's a me, Mario."
Well, look, Mario came first, so obviously the firstborn's gonna be named after the father, who was Mario. That's who fought the Donkey Kong Senior. Then Luigi came, and they're twins, so it's like, okay, well, we need another name. Mario? No, you already used that. Oh, damn. Luigi? I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. I'm 102% sure.
About that. Yeah, I'll take that.
not the craziest
I mean-
thing that said all night.
I've definitely heard Mikey say crazier things. Like I promise you. Speaking of crazier things, as we wrap this up, we will be back tomorrow with our anime court episode where we put Joker on trial. Any last comments about how y'all feel about Joker being on trial tomorrow? Like how y'all think this gonna go? Because
Free my boy, it's not his fault.
that's how I feel.
Let him go. Free Joker till it's backwards.
Listen, if
You got the
Batman
wrong
can
man.
get off,
This is
Joker
exactly
didn't
why
do it.
Batman. This is exactly why we need Batman. Y'all want
Nope.
y'all want the Joker on the streets. This is exactly. It's no Batman now. Now y'all have Robin.
Mm-mm.
Y'all have Robin
If
and Nightwing.
Joker can get, if Batman can get off, Joker
can't.
didn't do it.
But that's it. That's all you got.
They both need to be in the same straitjacket. I feel like it's unfair.
The same one.
They should be
Joker
back to
feels
back.
like you're prejudice. I don't know what to say.
Like they are literally the same side of different coin, or different sides of the same coin. And it's like the fact that you lock Joker up, but you let Batman go free. It's crazy.
That's because Joker can't afford the medication that Batman can. That's why he a little extra crazy. He can't get it, you know?
No, it's
Batman leave that white side of his face out for a reason. I'm telling you.
Tell you what, I understand it. He can't go and get a job if he wanted to. His skin is, he looks like a ghost. His hair is actually green. His skin is actually white. He can't just go and get a job. Of course, he has a turn ability. What else can you do when you look like that?
That's not true. There are plenty of places that'll hire you when you look like that.
Oh,
Like-
the freak show at the circus? What, they gonna pay him in peanuts? Nah, he gotta go rob a bank.
So you mean to tell me that you ain't never walked in McDonald's and seen a motherfucker with pale skin and green hair?
Behind the cash register or trying to rob it? I'm gonna be real.
Cash register.
I'm gonna be real.
Surprise.
with my guy.
Like, I've worked in a lot of kitchens with a lot of weird looking motherfuckers, and then you just work. Like, they be the best motherfuckers that can make the best quesadilla, or they make the best motherfucking chicken in the back. And you be like, yo, that nigga look weird, but he the best motherfucking dishwasher we got. I'ma go with it.
I bet you he got
Kind
some
of,
real
kind
funny
of,
story.
kind
Like,
of
damn,
tall, kind of stocky. He don't never tuck his shirt in. Got the green and black in his hair, but you see the blonde growing out. He gonna work hard for you. He gonna work real hard.
Damn, he gonna bust the tables, he gonna sweep the floors, he gonna mop, he gonna change the grease. Like he take out the trash at the end of the night, so we ain't got to.
Make sure he got.
I'm gonna bring him in.
Squares.
No,
Just make
the
sure you
Joker
can
is too
with the
smart.
square.
He can't work
You
for
so
$7.25.
discriminatory, Mikey.
Can't work
Just
for
because the man looks a certain way, you mean to tell me he can't do dishes? You mean to tell me he can't work at a car wash? You mean to tell me there ain't no job for him ever?
no, I'm telling you, society sees a guy with white skin, green hair, green eyes, crazy ass laugh and smile, and they're gonna think, yeah, I'm gonna report you to the boss for sexual harassment. You don't even work here. Yeah, I know, but
Nah, there are jobs for him. This nigga could be a trash man. He could be a construction worker. He could be. I mean, I wouldn't trust him as a security guard, but like
there you go.
this thing.
How can you tell him to be a security guard?
Construction worker. I don't want him building my building with traps.
You don't want him
No,
as
no,
a trash
no.
man
But see, there's levels of construction, right? So there's like this trash cleanup after construction sites. There's there's people that go and they dig holes. There's excavators. Like there are levels to construction. You know what I mean? Like there's the pole
Wait.
nigga, the nigga that the flagger, the one that just sits there with the flag in his hand.
Let me get this straight. You're telling me my nigga Joker is only good for digging holes?
Whoa. You said society has no
That's
job.
hard for him to find a
Just
job.
saying there are jobs.
Go dig a hole, my nigga, because that's the only thing you can do.
These are black jobs. You mean to tell me he's not good enough to work a black job?
Why are you trying to give him one of our few black jobs? Now we got
Typical
other problems.
drugs.
That's crazy.
I'm not trying to give him one of our few black jobs. I'm giving examples of a black job he can work.
I wouldn't even trust him to be my plug because he's gonna put some kind of fucking happy drug in there and it's not gonna be real bad.
I wouldn't trust him to be
It's
my
like,
plug.
Here's the Joker. Like, what is that, bro? Trust me. It's
No.
good. You'll be
If
smiling.
you trusted the Joker to be your plug, that's your number one reason.
That's my
That's the
problem.
only job he can get. I could be like, here's some money for your trouble.
He don't take life serious. Nothing about life is serious to him. My life, his life, nobody life. That's my problem.
Yeah.
So why not have him be a comedian? That nigga wanted to be a comedian in the first place.
Have you not?
Because
seen
when he
Joker?
don't get the laughs, he smoke everybody.
That right.
He doesn't like
Hey,
you to
man.
laugh at his jokes.
But it was okay when Bugs Bunny did it, but y'all talking shit about the Joker. That's crazy. See?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's his look.
technically, Bugs has done some really, really
Yo,
bold stuff.
Bugs needs to go to anime court. We need to bring Bugs to
might
court.
be next. Bugs might be good.
As much as I would love to defend him, he has done way too much stuff, and he's not.
Hey, my boy is criminally.
SVU
You
is
can bring
coming.
him up on charges of sexual assault. You can bring him up on charges of a lot of shit. Like you think Peppy with you was bad?
All over this.
Mm.
Yeah.
Listen, this Stabler is all over Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, nah, Bugs is a bad boy. So yeah. Anything y'all want to say as we get ready to close this up and wrap this up about anything, anywhere y'all gonna be, anything that y'all working on? Besides Mikey working on moving.
I didn't want to be the first one to say it, so
I ain't doing nothing but working on myself. I'm gonna be in the house working on me. So yeah.
I'm sorry, my bad. My volume cut out. You said you're working yourself?
I'm working on me. I ain't gonna be
What on you are you working?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, whoa,
Pause.
bro. Whoa.
I was giving you room to talk about your D&D characters so we can lead into like doing a D&D for dummies, but
You should have said that.
then you should have let me know then. I didn't know that's what we were talking about right now.
well, I mean, what else would you be working on? Like otherwise,
I'm not working on anything. Like I said.
But you said you're working on yourself?
I mean, I figured we were all like, were y'all not working on characters for a one shot and like
No, you that happened. That's over.
That already happened.
Yeah, that happened. That's over. You missed that. You missed that ticket. You ain't even
Damn.
you mentioned that that's what you was talking about, or you was gonna ask about it. I ain't know
I
what you
mean,
was talking about. I ain't working on
well,
that. I ain't working on that.
I was just gonna say, I mean, other than you working on yourself, which is, you do your own thing in your own house in your own private area. As soon as this move is done,
just get your shit together sideways.
as soon as all this is done, I am gonna get back. I'll actually tell you guys. Obviously, I'll get back into streaming. I'll stream some really cool stuff. I might even stream some not IRL stuff, but like just stuff that we are doing. Like maybe I'll, with everybody's permission, to be recorded, because you gotta ask this stuff. Maybe we'll do some D&D campaigns where I'm live and we're doing stuff like this. It'd be like this and this kind of formation with a picture map and all this stuff of our characters, and we're playing D&D. Maybe I'll do that, but that's all I'm gonna say that I'm doing. It's not happening yet because this still got to be packed, and I'm not gonna do it. So I see y'all shaking your head, but it's not my bro. Only a couple of these.
Then don't bring it up. Then just don't bring it up. Then
No,
I
I'm
laugh
going to advocate
because
for DV, but sir, you deserve a little.
just you keep bringing it up. Just yes.
I just want y'all to really know.
Stop bringing it up.
I want you to know that I've been over to Mikey's house and I have seen the size of this wall maybe about like 2-3 years ago, and it grew since then.
Going all the way up to the ceiling. That's because it is.
For people who don't know, Mikey is over 6 feet tall. The wall is taller than Mikey.
I'm just about 6 feet. No, I'm just about 6 feet. This is taller than me now. Like, this is taller than me now.
Then that means you helped put it up there so you can help to take it
I haven't
down.
touched a single one of these things. I would like to preface, I didn't touch a single
They start off about this big. They aren't that big. And to build a 6-foot wall this high.
I did not touch it. It's not me. I have a big one at the bottom. All at the bottom down here.
How are you going to get it out the bottom without moving the top?
It's not on the wall. It's not on the wall.
Not even in the collection. You don't even go there.
I'm annoyed that his are in a position that he can remove them without being helpful. Why is that?
Hey, Aisha is because Aisha's just as tall as Mikey. She got long arms. It's not even like she got like T-Rex arms. She has long arms.
But I'm just saying, teamwork make the dream work.
Not my team.
Teamwork does make the dream work. The next time I will let our resident dungeon master know before we are planning our next D&D for Dummies. We will have something coming out soon. We would like to do a new sort of schedule. So we're going to give you guys 3 episodes in a special month. And what that looks like is it's either going to be like game night like last time. It could be a D&D night. It could be a lot of different specials. It could be a tournament. Let us know in the comments what you would want. Let us know what you're looking forward to or what you would want us to cover. T is out. I know we haven't mentioned it, but I hope that you got to go see our girl at DreamCon. She is out there killing it. She is doing her panel. She will be back next week. She misses you guys. I texted her this morning. She's having a great time. Hopefully she wins or places high in the cosplay contest. She would not tell us what her surprise cosplay was. So if y'all follow her at Miss Tioni, you see it, just, make sure you let her know. She did a great job. And her TikTok video did really well on TikTok. So if you follow me on TikTok, BlerdxTrapHouse, it got like 900 views. So, clearly there's an audience for T. Hopefully there's an audience for the rest of us as we continue. And we see you guys tomorrow on the next episode of Anime Court, where we put Joker on trial. And much like we said, our boy is not our boy's not guilty. He gonna walk. I have been mauled. If you are looking for me, you can find me at UNAB Network on Facebook, or you can find me at BlerdxTrapHouse on Instagram and on TikTok. Mikey, where can they find you at?
It is Fluke the Villain on pretty much every source of media out there. I made it that easy so then I wouldn't forget my username. Obviously, I'm forgetful.
Very.
Bring my nigga Joker to his backwards. That's pretty much it.
Always an audience for the bald and the bearded. You two nice people from Detroit. Are y'all giving out socials, or we too government for it?
Well, you can find me at Princess Mononoke on Steam. Come play video games with me, y'all. You can always find me on Steam or Instagram now. At Princess
Hey,
I'm looking it up now. I might spell it wrong. I spelled it wrong.
It's right there on the screen for you.
I wasn't looking at the screen. Obviously, I wasn't looking at the screen. I'm just gonna copy and paste.
Switch around and in some places.
he can be found some places. Mostly,
Oh.
yeah.
Catch me
So
on-
now I was gonna say, if you don't catch him here, you catch him at BlerdCon next year. Nigga was everywhere.
We were all somewhere.
But yeah, until next time, if y'all don't catch us here, you can catch us next week. You can catch all of UNAB Network stuff here on Head Nurse in Charge Network. Every weekend, we will be back tomorrow at, I want to say either 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I'm going to have to, we'll get back to you on that. But we'll be back live tomorrow when we put Joker on trial. We'll be here every week, and starting with trivia on Fridays, ending with us on Sundays, and Black Girl Confidential to follow after this. Jesus, it is a struggle. I am going to go enjoy my drink. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Wrong song.
I'm awakened and I'm ready for the conversation.